Questions afterwards as well.
Well, thank you very much. This is a quick briefing, just so that the media also understand what's going to happen now on the site. Yeah, you guys follow the story and you've been here long hours. But let me start off by thanking General Batakele and Dr. Solomon, who spent hours and hours on the site. Their support, we really appreciate it. We need calm heads and people to help to keep the discipline. So we really appreciate the General for being here. And with that, I'm then going to hand over to Colin Diner, who can introduce the next phase that we're going to enter.
Thanks, Minister. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. So we thought we just, you guys have been here 4 days, so we want to tell you what's going on. We just want to explain to you what the situation is, and I just want to start off by saying what we're telling you now is not a judgment on the structure. There's an investigation, as you all know. That stuff will come out. There's police matters, there's labour matters. We're not commenting on that. I just want to state that very categorically. We're talking about the challenges we're facing from a rescue perspective. So I'm going to ask Professor Walls to speak in a minute, and then he is going to speak from what we are, the challenges that we're facing. All right. So if I can just give you sort of like a quick recap. We had a number of people, as you know, that were trapped that we could hear. There were people that we located with the dogs, and then we went in with our seismic equipment and we were able to release a large number of people. I think as far as I know, and it's probably one of the largest number of people that have ever been rescued in a building collapse of this nature. But this building has provided a whole range of challenges from a rescue perspective, and although we went at high risk to save lives over the last 2 days, what's very important for us is our own people's safety. So the stage that we are in now is, it's a long and difficult stage, because you now have to look for 39 bodies in a structure of 5 stories that have collapsed. So you literally have a building like that which is sitting here. Trying to find those bodies is very, very difficult. You have to break a lot of concrete, and we are in a phase now where we sort of moving away from rescue equipment to demolition equipment. Doesn't mean we're moving from rescue to recovery, but we have to change the equipment because of the condition of the building. We have found certain challenges which Professor Walls will speak to. Our strategy, you've seen the dogs come into the bottom here, is to fill up this bottom area so that we can make more of a stable building up front that we can work with. But most of our activities is going to be focused in working from the back. It's going to be a slow and a very careful job that we're going to be doing. So it's going to take many hours, but our commitment is still for the first 3 days to stay in a rescue mode. With that, I'm going to hand over to Professor Walls. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. So just to give you an update in terms of the collapse structure as we see behind us here, the challenge that we face is we have more than 3,000 tons of concrete there. You've got a structure that has collapsed, sitting precariously. So you've got slabs at many angles being carried, sometimes hung by the reinforcing steel in it, over to other parts of the structure. We've been monitoring it carefully to make sure it's not moving. Yesterday at one stage we had to move people out of various areas when the structure was moving. For about 24 hours we were quite stable. But we've got large amounts of concrete that they're trying to break through to get access to the voids where people may be trapped. The challenge we're having is just the sheer quantity of demolition that they've got to go through. With the tools available, it's been a slow process. Also, they are balancing on angled slabs, working in difficult conditions. Just now we had a situation where the slab started moving again. We had a very large crack open up near to where the teams were active. So the teams are being pulled off that area, and alternative strategies are being found to try give access. The work will continue in various places, trying where we can to get in. As I said, this is far beyond just a search and rescue in terms of small equipment to get to people with thousands of tons of concrete. Large equipment is being brought in and going to try work systematically to get it. The teams here are working extremely hard. A lot of alternative plans are being considered, but unfortunately, due to the ensuring the safety of the operating teams, just the manner of working is being changed, and it has slowed activities down quite significantly today. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? This stage?
Yes, please. We were under the impression that about half an hour ago there was maybe someone that still survived, and that the teams were working on to help. I'm not sure what the situation is there.
Okay, so when we were busy, so what we're doing at the back there is we've taken in heavy equipment to open into the basement. Sorry. So what we've done in that we've moved heavy equipment. You can see the excavator in the back there. So we moved that around to try and get into the basement because we found a live victim just above that and another one sort of close to the basement on Monday night. So somebody reported that they heard a sound there, and we checked on that, but we didn't find a positive. So, yeah, there's nothing there at the moment. Okay.
Another question?
Sika from Vision Africa. I know yesterday we were getting updates regarding the responsiveness or how many people are still responding. Where are we sitting today? Are these people still responding, or is it a matter of now physically looking for people?
Yeah, we're physically looking for people. The responses we got, we removed all those people. Most of them were alive right through the night. We had a very successful night in terms of removing people, but we don't have any responses at the moment.
I just want to know how you ensure, are you sure that that is the number? The numbers, the sign,
Yeah, we're sure it's the numbers because that was we've been working with the contractors. So what we've actually done is we interviewed the contractors, we interviewed the people on site, the supervisors, and we interviewed survivors. So what we've actually done is we've been able to build a picture of who was where and pretty much what they were wearing. And what we've done is we've overlaid that with our engineers on the building plan. So that's given us an indication more or less of where people would have been. And that was of great help when we were doing the rescues, over the last 2 days. It's just a lot more difficult now because, as Professor Wall said, we now have a total collapse. So but we are sure of the numbers.
can we ENCI over here, please?
My question is just for General Patrick. Just elaborate a bit more on SABC's presence here and his interaction with the officials on the ground during your visit here at the site.
Oh, thank you very much. Firstly, we are doing the backup to the rescue services. We have our rescue teams as well. Jointly, this is a joint operation. But also we've got to ensure that we cordon off the area because we treat it as a crime scene. So for now, what it was important for us was to ensure that lives are saved. And then anything else will follow. But at the same time, we need to ensure that to control the area, who comes in and who goes out. So that's where we are now at this stage. Our role here is firstly is to prevent, to ensure that we ensure that safety of other people that are working here, they are protected by us as police, because there is expertise, the rescue services and the emergency services and our own search and rescue teams are jointly in this operation.
Another question.
Can we make it the last one because we need to get out of the way?
Okay, just the last one. We haven't received an update yet following yesterday's investigation that we were just informed that an investigation was underway or has started. Is there any kind of update that we can get on that?
No, I think it's too early. We must give the engineers the space to determine the facts. We do have engineers on the site. We will see them roaming around. But I really think we need to, because we want the independent investigation and then the consequences will follow after that. So no, we haven't received any updates and we will keep you informed as soon as we get any updates. We will talk to the media. I think we've treated you quite fairly on the site. But allow me lastly to thank Gift of the Givers, the Lions Club, the Round Table, all the NGOs, the people of George for opening up their hearts. It's really a humbling experience, and I just want to thank every single person helping and supporting us, also helping the families, and our prayers and our hopes with the families. It is a very difficult time for them, and we all must respect that and acknowledge that, and we do have professionals to also attend to their needs and to support them. So with that, thank you very much. I'm going to then ask the media to please then move back to that space because they're going to start to lift some concrete, it seems like. Thank you very much.